Nah, not really. I wouldn't say I gotta have it because, realistically, I'm going to the Hall of Fame with or without him. You know what I mean? I feel like this is a fight more so for all my fans. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? And the people that...
What up, y'all? Welcome to the video, man. As y'all coming in, smash that like button and subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed already. I kind of touched on a little bit of this in my last video. We talked about this interview. This is a Porterway podcast with Terence Crawford in the building on this episode. So if y'all ain't watched it, y'all go check out the Porterway podcast, sub to them and everything like that, man. They always do good content or whatever. But in this interview or whatever, it's not really an interview. Sit down. I don't really look at it like an interview. This sit down. Terence Crawford spoke on the reason I'm doing a different video because I'm separating the, the subject matter. In this, Terence Crawford spoke on him and Terence Crawford being his rival, and he never had a rival of this magnitude when he posts pictures of his kids. Errol Spence is in the conversation, in the comments, things like that. So listen.
Love boxing and, follow it and, for the sport, and personally for myself as well, because I never had a rival of this magnitude. Right. To,
That's a true rivalry right there.
Yeah, definitely.
Like FIFA is a true rivalry for me. You weren't a rivalry for me. No, there wasn't the talking and everything.
Well, that proved it, that they fight wasn't on the same level as it was with Errol Spence. Well, that proved it. Shit. When you think about it right there. When a nigga ain't your rival and he your friend, you ain't even fighting him the same. You know what I'm saying? You just fighting him like... That's exactly how Sean Porter fought the fight. Like he wasn't his rival. See what I'm saying? See how he just spilled the beans right there? That's why you gotta have media to pay attention to shit like that. See what I mean? If you listen to it, well, you weren't a rivalry for me. Keith Thurman was my rival. See, that's because he fought Keith Thurman like he was his rival. He fought Errol Spence like he was his rival. When he fought Bud like he was his cousin. And we just doing it just to do it type shit. Just to get some steam off our shit. You know what I'm saying? That's how he fought him. To be honest, but Bud does have a point on that. Him and Errol Spence are rivals. Terence Crawford's name was successfully linked with Errol Spence because the thing with Errol Spence and the way his shit going, he can have multiple rivalries that develop in his career. So that's what's special about his career, because first, Terence Crawford wasn't even his rival to begin with. Keith Thurman was Errol Spence's rival too, because Errol Spence was supposed to fight it out with Keith Thurman or whatever. That's why Errol Spence don't want to fuck with Keith Thurman now. He's supposed to fight it out with Keith Thurman. You know what I'm saying? Because Mayweather set that up or whatever. Keith Thurman turned that down. Keith Thurman was on the top of the hill. Errol Spence was chasing his ass down. But then that shit died out. Rivalries can die out, as we seen that dude. That died out or whatever. So then Bob Arum linked Terence Crawford name with Errol Spence successfully. And they turned into a rivalry. So now they the rivalry. But after Errol Spence take Bud Eyeball, he might have another fucking rival in Jerron Ennis, Canelo Alvarez. Like he can be rival with multiple guys. Terence Crawford never had a serious rivalry like Errol Spence. There's nobody he fought where we looked at like, that nigga can beat him. Or he might, we don't know what's gonna happen type shit when it comes to Bud. You know what I'm saying? Bud was expected to smash all those guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, nobody was on the level of Errol Spence who Terence Crawford fight, but I can't say the opposite because I don't know what Terence Crawford would have looked like when Errol had fought Kell Brook and Sheffield. I don't know. There was two different versions. I don't know what that little. Kell Brook was a big, strong motherfucker. Like, you know what I'm saying? He had skills, so I don't know what that would look like. You know what I'm saying? I don't know what it would look like if Sean Porter would really let his nuts hang when he fought with Terence Crawford, because he fought him like he was his cousin. So if he was really down to fight him and wasn't trying to be a podcaster / you know what I'm saying, commentator type shit, so, you know, I don't know what that would look like. I don't even know what Terence Crawford versus Ugas would look like. So I can't say the same in reverse, but I can definitely say that for Bud, because he at the end of the rope. Because after Errol Spence take his eyeballs, break his face and ribs and shit like that, then he gonna retire, because he feel like he don't have nothing else to do, and he going into the Hall of Fame regardless. You know what I'm saying? So it is what it is, man. Listen a little more.
He wasn't the same.
Yeah, to drive me to, you know what I mean, that everywhere I go is Errol Spence. You know, I put a video of my kids and Errol Spence. You know what I mean? Yeah. And it's the same with him. Yeah. You know what I mean? So I know he's like, man, I'm tired of hearing this dude name, man. We gotta fight. Yeah. Like, you know what I mean? We gotta fight. It's like, let's settle this. You guys some fighter.
Exactly. That's why this shit gotta go down, because of that reason. So I disagree with Terence Crawford saying he don't got to fight Errol Spence or whatever. He going into the Hall of Fame regard. He said that earlier in this episode. So I don't really agree with that. I mean, that shit sound like scary talk. You know what I'm saying? It sound like, I don't want to do it, but I might do it. So it's almost like, I just hope he don't come out after this bitch, after his eyesight gone, and he say, man, I forced myself to fight Errol Spence. I was already ready to go out the door, type shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, similar to what Danny said. I forced myself. I was going through mental depression and all this shit. Like, hopefully niggas ain't trying to pull that type of card. You know what I'm saying? Terence Crawford very well in his prime. Very well in his prime. Both of them. So that's what made this fight so good, because a lot of niggas ain't really did that. I ain't never seen that from Canelo. As much as Canelo, they talk about Canelo, I ain't seen that nigga fight another motherfucker who's in their prime just as good as he is, and you know what I'm saying, 50-50 on people picking like, I think he gonna win. No, I think he gonna win. Like, he ain't had no shit like that. He beat up old ass niggas on the way out the door. Got beat up by Floyd. Dominated. Pound fighters don't get dominated. I don't give a fuck. If you is at a weight class or it's too early, you don't get dominated. You don't get dominated. That don't happen. But that's another video. But it is what it is, man. Errol Spence and Terence Crawford are rivals. This gonna settle a whole lot of shit. As long as this fight go down, no bullshit happen or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I feel like if the fight wasn't happening, right, this sit down wouldn't even happen. That's how I look at it personally. You know what I'm saying? Everybody had a right to their own opinion. Feel like the fight ain't gonna happen or it might not happen this year or whatever. But I feel like this sit down would never happen, period, if them niggas wasn't fighting. If Terence Crawford said fuck it already. I feel like he had a whole bunch of second thoughts and third, fourth, fifth thoughts, but I think it's done right now, or it's definitely finna happen, because why waste your time even keep talking about that? And you know niggas gonna harass you definitely if you don't do it. So it's almost like a nigga back against the wall. So it is what it is, man. Y'all smash that like button. Subscribe to the channel if you ain't subscribed already. Appreciate everybody always show the love on my videos. Love y'all, and I'm out, y'all. Deuces.